Welcome everybody to another episode of Up Your Experience podcast. It is me, BlaiseMcBaine, or so they say. And with me today, it's just Boss. Boss, how's it
It's
going?
just me. Well,
It's
I
just
had
you, dude.
I had spaghetti this morning.
For
So,
breakfast?
well, it was at like 11. Like it was an hour and a
Oh,
half
okay.
ago.
Oh,
But
okay. So maybe it's not breakfast.
it's not breakfast, but it's like an early lunch.
So
But
you had
not
you had spaghetti brunch.
yeah. But like yeah, I guess. Sure. Still kind
Actually,
of weird, but not as weird to like crucify me.
you know what else is weird?
What's up?
LeBron James being banned from Evo.
That's not weird.
No, it is if you just read that though. If you don't know about multiverses and
Oh,
you see
well,
LeBron
yeah.
James banned from Evo, oh
What did he
dude.
do?
I keep seeing that line and just laughing every time I see it.
uh
Because there's some people like, oh my god, what did he do to get banned from Evo? What is Evo? Like they're like they're just confused as all get out, dude.
uh
Let me tell
that
you,
is really funny.
if you're listening to this episode, just know, we're like a minute or two in, and this is gonna be a time.
Yeah,
Because
you're in for a time because we have literally no idea what we're talking about.
yeah, I mean I have notes, but like I just based off of
Who
how
needs
this
those?
week was for me and how today's going based off some stuff that's happened, I'm just gonna wing it because
Yeah,
that's the best way to do things in life. And if anybody
I was
else
gonna
tells you
say.
differently, they're wrong.
Then they have not been winging it.
Yeah, then they have not been winging it. I wing
Honestly,
it on a daily basis.
damn. If I'm gonna be honest, I feel like podcasts are best when they just wing it. Just
Yeah,
unhinged absolute chaos.
I feel like you need like a little bit of structure, like a little bit like,
Yeah.
hey, we are talking about these things, but like the order that they happen in, like does that matter? I don't know.
Yeah.
Um, sometimes I wonder, like, I type notes every week. So this is for the listeners. Like, I literally type the episode. If I know what the name of it's going to be ahead of time, I already have the name. And I literally put intro, games of the week, and I list out by day
Yeah.
what I played and if anything interesting happened on those days, just as a reminder or like to just add in some like texture. And then that's not a great word for talking about
That
writing.
really isn't.
Um
I was
and then
like, nah.
and then I put like gaming topics, names of the week, random question, shouts, outro, and I fill those in if we have anything that needs to go in there. So like, there's always like this like very like structured environment in my mind, but sometimes you just have to throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks. Don't do
Yeah.
that. Don't do that.
Don't yeah, don't do that.
Don't
I
actually do that.
actually
That's a figure of speech, is what we like to call
unless
that.
it's spaghetti and you're trying to see if it's done, then you can do that.
And I
It's the
guess yeah,
only time
yeah.
you can do
Just
that.
don't make as long as there's not sauce on it. Just don't be that guy.
Yeah. Although that's kind of weird if you're trying to see if it's cooked when it's still boiling, if there's sauce in it, because usually you
Have
put the
you?
sauce after
I've
you
met
put it in
people.
the
I've
plate.
look.
Okay,
You are
I don't
expect.
want to get into this. I don't, I'm still digesting my food. I don't feel like throwing it up again. Let's move on.
Okay, throw it up again. Oh no, dude, you're a bird. Anyways, that uncooked spaghetti, dude.
Yeah,
I was
dude.
gonna name this episode "LeBron James banned from Evo," but I feel more compelled to name it "Uncooked Spaghetti" now. Um,
Honestly, that's
I,
a good. You know what? We should just talk about spaghetti the whole time.
dude, I saw. Speaking of spaghetti,
Oh
um,
god,
I actually
what
did
have I
see this
started?
video of like Gordon Ramsay watching someone. Maybe I think it was Gordon Ramsay watching
Uh huh.
someone make spaghetti and got absolutely disgusted. I actually turned the video off, because like I can deal with spaghetti noodles and ketchup. Like I can deal with that. What I can't
Oh,
deal with is like
what?
brown sugar, caramel, and the other and whipped cream being out. Yeah, dude, that
It's
makes me
not
sick.
candied noodles, bro. What?
The just saying that out loud made me feel nauseous. Like
That's
I'm not okay.
awful.
Um,
You
you
know
know,
what?
we
You
need
know
to.
what that sounds like, Blaze?
What's up?
Sounds like something bats would enjoy.
Oh my god, dude. Really coming at that man right from the beginning of the episode.
Hey, dude,
um,
that's the best time to do it. First
we
10
have
minutes.
we have to talk about the elephant in the room,
We're
boss.
not in the same room, so I can't see it.
That's a massive elephant. Um, the fact is, we posted a a multiverses tier list video.
You did do that.
And it is my most watched video on YouTube, which is pretty awesome.
And
But
also
like,
most hated video on your
it's
channel.
also the only one that gets comments, and people are upset.
Yeah,
Um,
dude.
let me talk about the great feedback we've gotten so far. My God, these guys are noobs, and my is capital M, God's capital G, and then the rest is all lowercase, no punctuation, and it says LOL at the end. And then we
Yeah.
have what is this tier list with a bunch of question marks? Um, I don't know what to say to those people. It's our thoughts on the game in the first week before like a meta trended.
Yeah. My
Uh,
my main question is what compels you to leave a like were those people that offended by our opinions?
I liked both of
That
them and replied to both. I even gave them a little heart,
heck yeah, dude.
dude. I'm about it. Like, but I just like give me some texture, dude.
Give me a reason why.
Give me like the reasoning. Give me some feedback. Give me
Yeah.
some context clues to what you're thinking. Not just like random words on a piece of
You know,
paper.
maybe that is all they're thinking. They're like, I don't agree with this. I don't know why, but I don't, so I'm gonna call these people bad.
Yeah, I feel that. That's fine.
They
I
they,
can
they got
if
nothing going on in that little noggin of theirs.
yeah. Sometimes it be that way, dude.
It do be
So I
like that.
like I have encountered a lot of that this week in real life, which I can't really talk about because of it affecting things that I just can't talk about.
Yeah.
But anyways, things that I can talk about are my wife's car. I don't know if I mentioned this last week, but all the lights, like all the emergency lights, when she turned on the car, just came on the other day.
No.
And so like power steering's apparently out. The tires,
Okay.
all of them are low and flat, according to this thing. Check engine light on and some other light. I don't remember what the other one was. Oh,
Uh.
traction control doesn't work. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. None of it works. It's all dead. Car's dead. I
Car is
drive it. It's
broken.
perfectly fine.
Uh.
And I did some research online looking at a few things. And yesterday I go to practice. It's like storming. So I wanted to make sure no one went out there to cross country practice and turn on the car. None of the lights come on. Because one of the things I'd read is due to extreme heat, it causes like a voltage issue that like the car's computer like just like freaks out.
Yeah.
Apparently that might have been true because everything's fine now.
Huh.
And that's just weird. But then I went to go drop my car off at I drove like 45 minutes out to the dealership to go get an oil change and tire rotation, all that good stuff. And I'm sitting there and they go to tell this guy that had like an appointment to get the drive shaft of his truck fixed. They're like, oh yeah, by the way, it's going to be a little while longer because the tech quit this morning. Like the guy that worked, the technician just like, nah, I quit.
Huh.
So that's the type of morning I had. Also, if you are a human being that drives and you hit a dog, you should stop and be a good human. Because that happened yesterday and it was awful. And there was nothing I could do to help it because it was on a road that was like 55 plus mile an hour out in the middle of nowhere that a lot of people were driving on to get around this construction. And it was like pouring rain. And I'm like, if they hit a dog, they're going to hit me. And like, it was awful to see. But like,
That's
if
rough.
if that's you, like, and you're driving this huge truck, like one of those like Ram 1500s
Oh,
or
jeez.
3500s, like the big boy trucks, um, like you can afford to like put your flashers on and stop. Like you're in a big enough vehicle that people are going to respect that and like see it. And
Yeah.
I don't know, it was just terrible, dude. Just terrible. It was
That's rough.
not a fun first 5 hours of my day yesterday.
Yeah, that's not a fun thing to watch at all.
No, no.
I've seen like because out here in Arizona, we get like various like roadkill,
Yeah,
and people just kind of like leave them there for some reason. So
I
like
don't get it.
at least like every like 3 months, I'll see just like a dead coyote on the side of the road. I'll be
The crazy
like,
part,
bruh.
each state has a non-emergency number you can call to help like deal with that.
Yeah.
And people just be like, nah, I don't understand. People be wilding. People be wilding.
People do be wild. And
Other wild things of the week that don't have to do anything with video games, but sort of, kind of. I took the boys to get the new Mario Legos. that came out this week because they came out with Lego Princess
Let's
Peach,
go, dude.
and Logan was going ham telling the Target lady about it.
Yes,
And now that I
sir.
think about that, I think I talked about this last episode because we recorded late last week. But even if I didn't, that did happen. So, and it was fun. They built like I bought them one that's called like Big Bad Island and has a giant Koopa Troopa and a giant Goomba, and it's super awesome.
That's funny.
So it's been a good time with the Mario Legos in the house, and the fact that Logan took Lego Peach on a walk with us the other day. Apparently, she needed to go out on an adventure. He's like, "I'm taking Lego Peach with me," and I was like, "Oh, okay. Like, yeah, you do that, bud. You do that." Other than
It
that, I
plays
mean,
it to me.
how's life going, boss? How's the games going? What's going on?
Uh, Life has been going decent, you know.
Yeah.
I last night I went out with my aunt and my uncle and my grandpa and grandma. Uh, and we went out to a place that apparently is only in Arizona, called Oregon Stop Pizza, and it's basically this place. You go get your pizza and you sit down at these like huge like tables, like they're super long, and they're like huge room, like actually massive room. And there's this one guy that just sits up there and plays an organ, but it's not like a normal organ with just pipes. It's like everything's like intricately wired to like a bunch of other instruments. So he plays one key on the organ and it like does the percussion or, does something else or like turns on the lights or like plays the xylophones that are hanging from the ceiling.
That's
And it's
sick.
it's a crazy experience, man. Because it's just one guy doing everything, and it's really cool because you can get up and you could do song requests and stuff. So like he played 007 up there.
Yo,
um,
that's sick, dude.
I remember last time we went, he played like Bohemian Rhapsody. He did. It's just a good time. Apparently, we went on their 50th anniversary too.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
the place had been open for 50 years, and that is the most played organ in like the state or something like that. I don't know.
That's
But it's
actually
it's
crazy.
wild. Yeah, it's apparently they were like 50 years nonstop. Every single day of those 50 years, that organ has been played.
Holy, dude.
Yeah, it's wild. So,
That
and
thing's
their
a
pizza's really
well-oiled
good.
machine.
Yeah. Um, and yeah, they have like a bunch of lights and stuff. They have like little glass panels so you can see like all the pipes and all the other stuff. Um, I remember they played one of the Frozen songs, and like they have like a disco ball up top to make like lighting, and then they have stuff where like it like blows bubbles from the top of the room. So you just see like bubbles falling down every now and then. It's just such a cool experience. I thought it would be something like a rainforest cafe. If you guys don't know what that is, it's like a little cafe themed around the rainforest and has like a bunch of like animatronics that are like gorillas and alligators
Yeah.
and
They
stuff.
have a
It's just
wild
like
hippo out front that always be huh, huh. Choo.
and some of the more popular locations, they're like built into the side of mountains to look like a volcano and stuff. It's just really cool. And I thought it was something like that, but no, apparently this is the only location in the world. It's in Mesa in Arizona. If you're ever
That's
around there,
awesome.
it's a really cool experience. I don't know. I just had a good time. We stayed there for like 3 hours, just snacking on pizza, listening to the organ.
That's
The
sick, dude.
my only complaint about the place, it's very loud. It's very loud. Like it's hard to talk to people, but it's kind of worth it since you're not, you're mostly there to listen to the
Dude, who
organ.
needs to talk to people? Like
Exactly.
sometimes you just need that.
Um, Other than that, the games have been kind of popping. There's this new game that's kind of like God, I'm pulling a blank. Vampire
Vampire
Survivors.
survivors.
Called Soulstone Survivors. It's a demo right now because it's still in development, but they have like a playtest demo that you can do. It's free. Well, the demo's free at least. And it's really fun. It's basically like Vampire Survivors, but it's more like top-down 3D. You have like a skill tree. My only complaint about the game right now is that obviously it's a demo and I get that, but there's not a lot of variety in the bosses, and by that I mean it's literally just the same boss 5 times a map, every map.
That sucks.
But it's not like the boss fight is the same every time. Like every time, like the first time you fight him, it's just like super easy clap, you know, stuff. The second time you fight him, he like gets like a projectile where he like charges up a whole thing and it like fires into like a huge line, and so you have to wait for him to shoot it and then dash out of the way. Um, and then that gets like all of his moves gets faster and faster. Him himself gets faster, so it's not like it's completely the same. Like it's varying difficulties, but I just kind of wish that there was a different boss. I'm kind of tired of seeing Alexi the Plague Bear.
Yeah.
But
Well, it probably has a lot to do that it's just their playtest.
oh, for sure, for sure. They do plan on releasing this year, and they also have another game called Rogue Soulstone, which is more of a um, it's more like a dungeon delver Diablo kind of game where it's third person,
Hmm.
but with a lot of the same looking skills and stuff. Um, but you get to like choose when you cast them and everything. It's not instant.
Interesting.
Um, But yeah, like really cool devs, really cool looking art style, really good game. The movement feels good. Yeah, it's funny because if you dash into some of like the kamikaze goblin things, you can literally go flying across the map because there's like ragdoll knockback physics.
Oh god.
So you can like literally just like yeet yourself across the map and stuff. It's fun. I enjoy it. What else have I really played? Not much.
Multiverses.
Yeah, other than multiverses. Multiverses I've been popping off. Um, Literally the last game that I played before recording this. I hit a 536. I don't know,
Was it 536 or
530 something.
562? Was it
Yeah,
536?
it was 530 something.
536. Yeah, 536.
Um,
Yeah.
on Rain Dog of all people. Now if you went and watched our tier list, you'll see that we rated Rain Dog the last. I did not hit 536 because the character is good or I'm good at the character. It's because people don't know how to not walk into his fire.
People treating the rain dog like it's WoW, and you see fire and you're supposed to walk into it, dude. Like old school WoW. Red means good.
Yeah. So, and the fire does like I think at least like 10 damage on tick damage.
It's definitely good. And
And
it's on
so
a
they
very
definitely just like
cooldown.
run through it and they'll be like, "How did I get hit for 100?" And it's be like, "You didn't. You just stood in fire like a
Yeah.
weirdo."
Yeah.
Um,
What do you mean standing in fire hurts? I thought it made me more powerful.
um, other than that, I've just been kind of grinding out the battle pass. I'm like, I don't know, 700 something like that off, 800 battle points off of finishing it. So I'm like super close.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm not far off
I'm,
either. I think
I'm
once I
getting
finish
there.
my one seasonal quest, like I'll be around the same.
Gotcha.
Which I
Nice.
need to dodge like twice and I get 600 XP. So like it's not like I'm like on the struggle bus for
Yeah.
that or anything.
That's really all I've been playing, you know.
I guess that's one thing to mention is like they did delay season 1. They
They did do
came
that.
out and said, "Hey, like season 1 we all knew it was supposed to drop on like August 8th, I believe. It was supposed to come out
Yeah.
with Morty and they said, "Hey, we're just going to delay the season 1 and Morty entirely." I have a feeling it's cuz they're wanting to go through and like adjust hitboxes, and they have like a set of buffs and nerfs coming out after Evo. And I think they just want to
Yeah.
make sure everything in the game is working correctly and as intended before they go to season 1, and where I'm assuming that's when rank's going to come out too. I don't actually know. But I have a
Yeah.
feeling they're wanting to really like polish out the game before it leaving this like beta phase, because I have a feeling once season 1 hits, it's probably not in beta anymore.
Yeah, no, there's no way. Or
So
at least no one that's playing it would consider it in beta or early access.
right.
that. You know, like
And
it's a
then
full game.
you look at I don't know, like one of the bugs right now is on like Batman, right? And it was where if you grapple somebody, you can just fly off the stage, which is why I originally didn't play Batman because I had that happen to me several times.
Yeah,
There's also like an infinite combo with LeBron James right now, and I think it's funny. You can is it as Finn you can eat somebody in taunt? You can, right? I think it's Finn.
Jake.
Oh, sorry, yeah, Jake. You eat somebody you can taunt and then throw them off and KO them. It's like
Yeah,
super toxic. And I saw some people complain about that. I think that's funny, so I don't think that'll be taken out of the game. I don't think that's any different than like Bowser grabbing somebody and jumping off the stage in
yeah,
Smash. So I'm excited about some of those things. But I think it's cool to see a game that's having so much success go, hey, we know you guys want this next phase and like we want to get it out to you too, but what's best for the game is for us to delay it. Because I
yeah,
think all too often nowadays we see companies go, "Oh yeah, we're just going to release it anyway and then we can correct it afterwards." And that's a
yeah.
major problem.
It really
So,
is.
I do think that's interesting. They've also come out and said everything that's in a battle pass is not like exclusive to the battle pass. It will be like purchasable later on.
That's good. I like that.
So, obviously you're going to get it for cheaper if you do it through the battle pass. You're going to get like skins and stuff way cheaper than buying them. But it means that you're not gated out of content if you start the game later on.
Yeah,
So I do really like that.
I'm a big fan of that.
I am too. Like I'm a big fan of like how Animal Royale does theirs, where you can go and like you can buy old battle passes and then you can progress the current one and another one at the same time. I think
Yeah,
that's a really cool idea. And it doesn't make people feel gate kept out of content, which is I think really important, especially going forward with a
yeah,
lot of multiplayer games for their longevity in some ways. But other than that, I guess I can talk about my games. And I've had a fun
yeah.
week, as we've talked about. There's been if you've been in Discord, I've talked about some of it off stream and off, not on the podcast. It's just been a week of a lot of ups and downs, and I am taking that and using the motivation slash anger that I have as motivation to make some changes. So there's like a lot of new stuff coming that I'm working on, including like bringing back a version of Math Man Mondays that I used to stream. I used to like teach math
Oh,
Monday nights for like 45 minutes to an hour. I'd just make a lesson and do it. Except I'm gonna bring them back as TikToks and do like
oh,
I've seen some stuff on TikTok that's similar to like what I'd like to do. And I think that's an interesting way to teach a concept and have it stick. If you can explain it in this like 1 to 2 minutes or even, less, it
yeah,
grabs people's attention. If you can grab people's like attention and get them to understand something, even if it's just this small concept, that goes a long way. So that's one thing I'm doing. I've been much more about like casting the past couple weeks. I made it to the next round. So you think you can cast? So I'm working on that and trying to like get better. I've been like doing TikToks this week. I've been working on video editing. I've even been working on some photo editing a little bit, like trying to figure out how to make thumbnails and like make them look good. I've been literally like running the gambit on things as far as that goes. Um, and I guess before I talk about my games, the one thing I do want to mention, and I'll put a sign up form in the description of the podcast episode, is next weekend. So August 13th from 12 Eastern to 5 Eastern, we are hosting a thing called Champion of the Randy. You basically it's
oh,
you and a friend. You set up a 2v2 Joust lobby in Smite. You join opposite teams, wait for two randoms to join. Whichever team wins, you get a battle pass and or a skin. It's being hosted by myself, Leaf Warrior, Snortolini, so the guys from BMT basically, Boom555, Biakai, and Loki Dad. There's some others that are involved as well, but we're really trying to make these like tournaments or like fun things to do in Smite that aren't just about like what's the most meta way to win? Like
yeah.
have some fun with it, switch it up. We're called Uber Casual Smite, so stay tuned for that. I put a tweet out with that too, but I'll post a link out for the sign up sheet if anybody wants to join that. I think it's gonna be a fun time, and we're gonna try to get it all casted too. I'm working on talking with some other casters and stuff and seeing what we can make happen. On the front of games, dude, this week's been a wild ride in gaming for me. We started our Genshin sponsorship on Tuesday.
Hashtag sponsored, dude.
Hashtag sponsored, dude, at Genshin Impact. So I'll post a link for that in the description as well. This does end Monday night for me. So that'll be August 8th at night. It'll end. But basically, if you use that link and you reach level 6 on NA and mobile, then that helps support the stream. So like I'm all about it. I think we're at 6 out of 10 right now. My goal going into this was to get to 10, so I'm really hoping we get to 10. And I've had that game. I did it all. That's all I did Tuesday night. I played for like 3.5 hours, just straight chilling, dude. Like, and it was a good time. The game's fun. It's a relaxing. It's definitely like a game for me that like I could play after Smite and just wind down. You can explore, and there's plenty to do. There's there's obviously quests to go do, but you can just go roam about and explore as well. It's really nice. And I just really like how the characters and everything are all different. In fact, I played it for another like 2.5, 3 hours last night until I was literally about to fall asleep. And then I've hit the Smite queues this week. And I played Smite on Wednesday, and I played with Bats, Asmore, and Aereo. Me and Bats played a Conquest, dude, because Bats is like, I want to play Conquest. Like, I'm on this Conquest grind. I want to play Conquest. It did not go well at all. We played, I think we jumped into ranked first.
Oh, jeez, you mad lads.
Yeah. So let me just say, like, I've had some like crazy. I went into one Conquest, I went 5, 9, and 7 as Scotty, and then I did a ranked the same day, which I think, and we went 5, 10, and 7 on Dons and Burrow. I just got bodied. I got camped hard that game. And then I played Scylla in mid. I went 4, 3, and 11, which wasn't bad. We just could not do anything to win that game. And then I played another Conquest after that as Charybdis, where we lost that too. So, Conquest's been going real well. In fact, I've won 2 Conquests this week. I'll talk about the other one here in a minute. But then the crazy thing happens. I got a Penta last week in Arena on X-Ball. And this week, I was like, man, I'm really... Oh, yeah, I got a double Penta. That's right.
Yeah.
This week, I was like, I feel like playing some Scylla. And I went 22, 8, and 10 on Scylla in Arena and popped off. I got a Penta and just had a blast. I'm a monster I hit 2 people with, and they just got deleted from the game.
Dude, I'm sorry. Like, Scylla's got to be one of the most fun mages in the game.
She's pretty fun. I don't play a lot of mages. I've been like having this itch to play more lately. So I've just been picking a random one each night and playing it for the most part.
Yeah, you've been like spinning mages in your own way, like, what mage do I want to play and build attack speed on them?
Hey, I built one build this week. The one Conquest I lost on Scylla, I like drastically needed a Mirrodin, but Embright build requested something else, and that game was rough, bro. Like, it was so hard. I was like, I just need a Mirrodin. If I had a Mirrodin, at least when I ulted, I'd be able to kill people. Like, it was so bad. I locked into Uller and Slash and went 6-0 and 2. We've been running some Assault this week. I know that's kind of strange. I got smacked on a Nuwa game, but then I played Afro in Assault last night, and Aereo still got Afro, and I was like, "Yo, give me that Afro." And it's not okay. I should not be allowed to play healers because I do things like start Sands of Time, go straight into Lotus Crown, Rod of Asclepicus, and Mail of Renewal. I got a triple kill that game. It felt good.
That's good, dude.
Then chat decided to troll me for the next 3 freaking games, dude. All right, Kenny redeems God, Lancelot, and Randomizer. Okay?
Okay.
Bats redeems Flip Headphones, and Asmore redeems Play on Controller.
Wow, they really messed you up, didn't they?
All right, here's my Lancelot build. And I want you to... Did you see that game?
No, I did not.
Okay, I want you to... I'll let you like guess how I did. Here's the build, though.
All right.
Because I did not... I re-rolled my starter item and got another magical that I couldn't build. And I said, Kenny, what starter item can I get? And he goes, Protector. And I said, absolutely not. So he said Mask. And I was like, no. So I went Golden Blade, Ferocious Executioner, Ichabal, Spirit Robe, and I was building into a Brawler's Beatstake so it was a tier 1 mace.
Huh.
Do you want me to tell you the team? Would that help you
Can
guess how I did?
you repeat the build? That's all I need.
Golden build, Ferocious Executioner, Ichabod, Spirit Robe, Tier 1 Mace.
I'm gonna guess you went. Is this what mode is it? Is it
Flash.
conquest or okay,
Slash.
flash? Okay. I'm gonna guess you went 9, 6, and 18.
Oh my god, you're actually not far off. I went 7, 3, and 17, dude.
Dang.
And you know what's funny is like we had a new chatter because Fro raided me last night, and they're like, "Oh, dude, controller sucks. At least you got Lancelot." And I was like, "Dude, controller's not bad."
Yeah.
And I fragged. And
Aw,
then
dude.
Ario still, requested Alquang
Oh
because they
god.
they hate me. And I
That
was
game
like,
I
"Oh,
saw.
yeah, that game was rough." I built attack speed with Typhons and Bancroft's talent. That was not it. So then
Yeah.
Ario redeemed Alquang again.
Yep.
And I built Conduit Gym into Warlock Staff, perfected Rod Tahuti and Hecate. In that game, I fragged. And then I ended the night. I told everybody, I was like, the next game I'm playing what I want to play. Like, I'm not doing a God Request next
Yeah.
game. And I played Medusa. We popped off. And then we ended the night on a Conquest. And I played Nox.
Yeah.
And we kind of ran it down.
You did kind of run it down.
3-1 and 18, dude. We had a good time that game. Like, they spam laugh Frog on Fenrir, and Frog was like, I ain't having that, bro.
Yeah,
And
I
like
was in that
he
game,
went,
right?
yeah, you were in that
Yeah.
game. And
Yeah, I
he
went like
went
12
in.
and 3 with Merlin.
Yeah. But Frog was like, no, I'm not having that, and like
I
body
know.
those man. And
He
then
started
he
1v3ing them.
yeah, it was a good time. I need to look. How did our Hachiman do that game? Oh, yeah, this is a
Oh.
public service announcement that Hachiman still sucks. All right. Anyways, he is the worst hunter. I can say it here because I know Boss won't argue with me about it.
Yep.
Because if you think otherwise, you're just wrong.
Simply false.
Simply false. Along with that, we've been doing. Oh my god! I realized in my notes I wrote Achilles' request on controller when it was really Lancelot, and it was because Azamor kept calling Achilles Achilles last night.
Oh my.
Oh god. Then I did some dare drops this week. I played Gordian Quest, which is that Slay the Spire game that's like D&D, like you roll for initiative and stuff. That game is sick. I don't know if it's a game that I would like to stream a lot because I feel like unless I'm doing the voices for it, it might not be super interesting to watch. But
Yeah.
to play, it is so intricate. Like it's like Slay the Spire on crack is how I would
Yeah.
describe it.
I have a quick question real quick. What
Yeah,
episode are we on, Blaise?
like 70 ish.
Wasn't it like back in episode 40 you were like, I gotta finish Elden Ring this week?
Yo, shut up.
Where's that game been, dude?
I played it and I got to I got to a boss fight and I lost the first time I did it, and I was like, man, that was real unfortunate. And then Logan needed something, so I didn't go back and play it. It was on my
When was
mind the other
this? Like
day.
last month?
No, oh yeah, probably. I actually thought about playing it. I thought about playing it the other day, and I played Neon White instead. And that would literally was funny is like I was like, I'm gonna play Neon White,
And
and
then
then
I
you DM'd me the speed run for Neon White at the little time I was loading it up.
I know. By the
That
way, if
game's
you guys
fun.
haven't seen the devs react to the speed run, I'm sure the world record's been beat by now. But Neon White is a crazy game. Like the later
Yeah,
levels are wild. B, guy's cracked. It's an insane. He's like sniping stuff from like a million miles away with a rocket launcher,
I'm
while
gonna have to watch
also
it once I
like
beat the game.
yeah, it's wild, dude. Um,
I'm in this debate of like, do I want to 100% it or do I just want to beat it and then go back and 100% it? Like, I don't know which I want to do
uh,
because like you get dialogue options by going back and rebeating the levels if you get the gifts, so you like learn more about the characters. So it's just like
gotcha.
kind of weird back and forth.
Understandable.
There's more Realm PTS this week too,
There was. We didn't play
and
it.
I
But
did.
yeah, you did
I
because
did. I got
you
a couple
didn't
wins.
message me you were on.
Dude, I had one of the most cracked wins I've ever had in Realm, and maybe like I had 2 wins this week in different BRs, and both of them were so insane. I was like, I don't think I could ever do that again. The realm one, the guy chickens or like nearly he chickens me. I run away. He has a Gatling gun. I have a burst rifle and auto sniper. And he chickens me. I run away. I revive. I heal up. We're going back and forth. He chickens me again, but we're like limited to this house. So I'm thinking, oh, he's just gonna run at me with the Gatling gun. He does. I start attacking him as the chicken. He runs away. He comes
Wait,
back.
he
I attack him at
runs
the
away?
yeah. He lost track of me, I think, or something. So he runs
Okay.
off to like reset, and then he comes back. I start attacking him with the chicken again. He's about to kill me as a chicken,
Don't tell
and I
me
was
he's
like,
chicken.
I was like, okay, this is perfect. If I can just, I had like 1.5 seconds left before revive. I was like, if I can keep pushing him, and if I can get the dash off, I think I live. I dash, and he can't react quick enough. I pop up. I start shooting him. I throw a mine, throw a fireball. He chickens, and I win the game.
Oh my god, dude.
There's a clip of it. It's also on TikTok. It is absolutely
That's
nuts. Like,
insane.
and then I've been playing Fortnite with Luke, and we won a couple games yesterday, and we're having a good time. I had the first game we played. He wants to do squads, so we're playing randoms with like random squad mates,
Yeah.
and I dropped 17 kills in this random squad
Yo,
games. I think we had like 23 or 24 in total.
let's go.
Keep in mind, I went and watched him play by himself later on in squads, and he had 7 kills in the first circle. And I was like, all right, well, you show out, dude.
Popping off, dude.
Our second game, though, our squad mates leave, and Luke gets downed by this guy behind us. So there's 3 people on the hill, this guy in a bus. The guy in the bus gets taken out finally by these 3 people on the top of the hill. So it's me versus them.
Okay.
And I have like they got rid of the Spider-Man thing to swing around, but they have like a new like grapple gauntlet you can use. So
Okay.
I build, I down 2 people. And the last guy's reaction is to go ahead and throw down a porta fort. Good idea, by the way.
All right.
Big brain in because I'm like 25 health at this point. Like I have to really like play this careful.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, okay. So I finally swing up inside the porta fort where he has rezzed his teammates. So it's a 1v3 again.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, okay, if I can just play this right, I think it'll be okay. And he pops out. I down him. I kill him. I get his health kit, and then I build. Because I think I shot out the tires, so they couldn't jump up into this porta fort.
Okay.
Now, my reaction, if I were them, would have been to break the stupid porta fort. That was not their reaction. So
Yeah.
I got a full heal off, and then I opened the build, and then I shot through at one of them, downed him. The other guy decided that he'd come through. The tires actually were still up on one side because the guy bounced up, and I killed him when he bounced up and won the game.
Nice.
And I was like, yo, that feels good. The only other thing that was super sick I did this week is in a 1v2. I got a guy down at a rock. They have these boulders now you can shoot, and then the boulder rolls down the hill. And the other guy was running. I tapped him twice, and then he ran behind the boulder, so I just shot the boulder instinctively, and the boulder rolled onto him, and killed him. So
That's amazing.
games have been cracked this week, dude. Like I've been playing everything I've been playing. I've been having a blast. It's been a good
Feels
week
good.
in gaming.
You know, I completely forgot to talk about a game I've been playing, Blaise.
What's that, dude? What are you playing?
League.
All right, I'll see you later. No, I'm just kidding. League is sick though.
I've been playing a lot of ARAM. A lot of ARAM because screw toxic people in Summoner's Rift. And I've been kind of popping, dude. I don't really have my match history. I guess I can pull up my Blitz.
You
That's
could.
yeah. Just give me like 1 sec. What? Why are you okay?
I am now super sad.
Anyways, I popped off on Echo one game. Echo's really fun. Keep in mind, this is like my second time playing him, and halfway through the game, I realized that his E lets you teleport to people. So I just haven't been teleporting to people.
These people have been confused. They think like you're just messing with them. They're like, surely.
Surely, yeah.
Yeah.
But he's really fun. You just like go in, one shot people, and then R out, and then do it again. One shot half their team. It's a good time. And then the other game of note is I played Aphelios. And I got into the game and I'm like, what is happening? Because the UI is so much different from like literally every other champ in the game. It's like here are circles instead of squares, and you only have 2 of them, and they're big, and you swap, and you do this stuff, and you have energy, and also your level stuff is actually on the left, and you level up your spirit lady. I'm like, what is happening? My brain hurts. Help. But it was a good time. I think I popped out with like 30K. It's pretty average for a damage dealer, but it still felt good. That's really all the games of note, to be honest.
I was gonna say, so while you were saying that, like I popped up on my Twitter and there's a Multiversus Evo Day 2 poster.
Yo.
I DM'd it to you. There is Samurai Batman in that.
There is Samurai Batman in that.
And I would buy that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good skin.
That is a good skin. That is actually might be one of the best skins I've seen in the game so far.
Yeah.
Okay, so I do have a couple of little gaming topics I want to talk about. We kind of been all over this episode like we talked about at the beginning. I do want to bring up 2 things, and we don't really have to talk too much about this. Before I ask you, I ask my random questions of the week.
Questions.
Okay. So
hold on.
Jervalen, yeah, we'll get there in a second. Jervalen beat Halo 2 with all skulls on except MV.
Yeah.
No deaths.
Yeah,
which was
he beat Charlie's challenge, dude.
Yeah, which was Moist Critical's challenge. He said if anybody does this, $20,000.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the playthrough of it because I think it's like 6 hours, but he did it, and that is nuts, dude.
That's
that is an insane play. If you just think about what the skulls do, some of them are wild, bro. Like I can't believe he did it.
Wait. Is it hitless or deathless?
It's deathless.
Okay.
But I mean, that doesn't hitless would be. Oh my god.
Yeah, exactly.
It's on legendary too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not doing hitless. There's no way.
That's crazy, dude.
Because like the snipers in that game, like the aim buy is too strong.
Yeah, for sure.
So that happens. You can go check that out. Super crazy. Then Seth Rogen, I found out, is he the director? I don't know if he's the director or not, but is releasing a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film called Mutant Mayhem. And I'm excited. I love me some Turtles films, dude. So I think that's going to be pretty cool. We'll see how it goes, though.
Yeah.
But that leads into our names of the week, and there are a variety of this week. I made sure to pull some good ones.
Where do we start?
Yours, right under Ash. Ashes we did on last podcast.
Ashes. Okay. Wow, what a one to start off with, dude. I think it was a Tom and Jerry. I don't know. I didn't get the
No,
picture.
it is because they have the Tom and Jerry badge.
Yeah. All I remember is that me and this guy popped off, and this guy's name is I'm Erect.
That is a name, dude.
It's a great name. We got Embright putting in Lord Chongus. Blaise, you got, let's see, Malicious Egg.
Well, yeah, and there was Eradicated. Malicious Egg, Hokage Hentai.
Yep.
And Juicy Strains. That's just uncomfortable.
Boxes.
And then Ash Basham had Carnage Asada, dude.
Carnage Asada, dude. What a name.
Then we had Noodles and Soup. Peekaboo, King of Roblox 69. What my personal favorite name of this week, Zippy Bips.
Zippy Bips, dude.
It's just fun to say. It's just fun to say.
It is.
And then we had a gamer team. They had Catchy Gamer Tag 22, Tall Man with the Bun, Just So Many Cups, Name Change 9994, and Plastic Pony as a team.
Yeah, that's a good team. And then I put in this morning Coke Crack and your boy Donut Man.
Your boy Donut Man. So I've been getting asked a lot of questions this week about an item in Smite. And I want to know what you think about Bobble. Do you think it's that bad? Do you think it's OP? Do you think they need to nerf it down to 50% CDR for the cap? What are your thoughts on Bobble, boss?
So I actually didn't know that they nerfed it. Like I heard that I didn't know what the nerf was. I heard that they nerfed it. I had no idea what the nerf was. So they nerfed it down to 50%.
Yeah. So like,
Interesting.
why even buy it?
I think that kind of ruins what the item is meant to do, because then you could just build 40% CDR and build Bobble, and it's just, oh, you have 50% now. It's like,
Yeah,
okay,
like who cares? And then you lose 20% damage. Like it's literally
yeah,
not a worth trade
it's
off. Like
it's not worth it. I feel like they should have kept it, and they probably should have just made it 3K. To be honest,
yeah, I think you make it more expensive.
I think you make it 3K, and I think you remove 20 power off it, and I think that that's a balance item.
My fun fact was is people going like, oh man, look how much it's built in pro play because it's so OP and it because it wasn't built in pro play like at all. I think we've seen one bobble since its release
Yeah,
because it's not it. It's a for fun item. I think that's what people are like missing out on. It
yeah,
doesn't really. Of course, there's gonna be some gods that are irritating that if they build it, but like they're also doing no damage to you.
yeah.
And they
It's mainly
also
CC chains like
yeah,
Afro, Nox, like those kinds,
Athena,
or like
yeah,
Thoth, even where he can he always has his dash up, so you're never killing him. That would be
yeah.
worth it. You lose a little bit of damage, but you never die.
But like
Um,
I just don't know. I don't think it was so broken that it needed that nerf.
no, I think it was definitely very overtuned. Um,
Do you want to know what got buffed? And I don't think it makes it better.
what's up?
Griffin Wing got buffed.
Yeah, they
It's
removed
only
some of the attack speed, the attack damage off, right?
yeah, it's only 10% now.
Yeah, the item's still not good.
I still
Give
think
me
it I have
increased hit scan. I
I
want
don't
more hit scan, so it actually feels like hit scan.
yeah, I think if they increased it to 50% on the projectile speed, I think that
I think that'd
item
be perfect.
probably is cracked.
Yeah, I think
Um
that item's sees a lot more play.
100%. That was my random questions of the week. I thought I'd keep it simple.
Oh, that was
Without
the question of the week.
yeah, dude, I didn't want to go anything too crazy this week. I thought about it. Oh, we know what we forgot
I
to talk about?
What's up?
Dragon Ball the Breakers, dude. We no,
Oh
I
God.
can't end the episode without talking about this.
All right.
All right, Dragon Ball the Breakers playtest is going on this weekend. And Boss had the luxury of watching me play it.
I wanted to stop watching, but I
Oh
couldn't.
my god, it's bad, dude. Like,
Yeah,
and it's not one of those situations where it's so bad it's good. It's
it's just
bad.
bad.
Like the UI, awful. Like it's probably one of the worst gaming UIs I've seen in some time. In order to like it, and not in the sense of how the UI looks, like managing the UI like for menus, like just being able to go in between menus is awful. And that's fixable. The fact that they go through this like whole like 25-minute tutorial to never tell you how to use items, mind boggling.
Yeah,
And then the gotcha system is how you unlock characters, which I'm okay with. Like you can unlock it through playing the game. I don't have a problem with that. The bigger issue is like, so let's say you unlock Goku.
yeah,
Well, unless you get Goku's Kamehameha or Goku's Spirit Bomb, so I because this happened with me and Vegeta, I didn't have a special, so I transform in Vegeta, but it doesn't matter because I don't have a special ability to use. The combat,
fun.
the combat from what I played felt awful. I didn't get to play like the villain, but the combat for players, and I know like you're not supposed to be OP or anything like that. Like it's supposed to be like this Deadlight Daylight 1v7. Like it's really supposed to be like you're playing as a regular human, then you eventually like get enough power to like get powers of one of the heroes, like Goku or whatever.
Yeah,
Um, and I get that, that's fine. But like I would go to wind up for a Kamehameha, and then I get smacked by a key blast, and it completely interrupts my move, and then I get knocked out of it. I felt like every time I turned into a hero, I was a hero for like maybe 15 seconds, and then I was
yeah,
knocked out of it, and I was dead, and I got killed. Overall, it just did not feel good. It
yeah,
makes me concerned because like I think the concept for that game, like that game type with Dragon Ball Z, I think is super cool. I
yeah,
know Embright complained about the graphics. I personally like am not a huge graphics person. Like obviously good graphics are like help a game out, but I am never a person like, oh, these graphics look so terrible and I'm just not going to play it. Like I play stuff from like PlayStation 1 still. So,
yeah.
you know what I mean? But I can't say that I could tell people to buy that game.
No.
And that cuz it is a game you have to purchase. It is not free to play. It is a purchased game, and I think it has a long way to go. I don't know what the potential release date is for it right now, but that's the first time in a while that I've played a game that's like a network test or a beta that I was like, this doesn't need to release for at least the next few months.
Yeah,
And that's not a good place to be.
it really isn't.
I was gonna see. I know Green Man Gaming had a deal on it. I'm trying to see if they list the release date for it because I tried to look it up on Steam and I didn't see a release date for it.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Breakers. You can get it for $16 on Green Man Gaming. 16. Like the sad part is, I'm probably still gonna buy this, chat, and I'm probably still gonna, or listeners, I'm probably still gonna buy this. October 14th is their projected release date.
Uh,
So that's 2 months. Okay, that's fixable. I was gonna say it needs months of work because we obviously I
yeah.
don't know which playtest we're playing. Like I don't know which build we're playing. I think
Right.
in 2 months that game could be in a good spot to play. I do.
I
If it was later this month, I would be really concerned.
Yeah.
Like to the point of like needing to delay it concerned. I still
Yeah.
think like maybe pushing it back another month and given that like 3-month period, I think would probably be what's best for the game.
Yeah.
But what do I know? Just give me Gundam Evolution, dude. That's really all I want. And it still doesn't have a release date. And that game felt like finished when I played it.
Yeah.
Like it felt good. But we still don't have a release date. And it makes me sad.
Yeah, it is rough.
And I played that game. I'm gonna play the heck out of that game. All right, anyways, you got any shout outs?
No. Not really. I haven't really interacted with like literally anyone or anything this week.
All right, sounds good. You know, shout out to the people that didn't make me mad this week. There we go. That's the
True. You know what? Shout out to the people that commented on the tier
shout out to
list.
those guys.
Shout out to those guys.
Actually, shout out to the people that did make me mad because like you've been the fuel for the fire that I needed, I guess. Maybe that's the key. I did go run an extra mile after practice the other day. Just to think.
Big.
Yeah, I kind of paid the
And
price the
just
next day
running.
when I ran extra that day too, but it's fine. Everything's okay.
Stuff happens.
Yeah. But let's get on out of here, man.
Yeah.
Bye.
Later.